All right, let's jump right into this explainer. What if I told you there's an AI out there that doesn't just, spit out text answers, but actually works right alongside you, like a real, living, breathing employee? We're talking writing content, coding, researching, managing entire workflows, the whole shebang. Would you ignore it, or would you figure out how to master it? Today, we're fundamentally shifting how we look at this stuff. We are moving way past seeing AI as just a simple chat window. Instead, we're going to decode the underlying technology of Claude. We're unpacking its entire integrated digital coworker stack, layer by layer, to understand exactly how this core technology really ticks. So here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at the new era of AI chatbots. Then, Claude's core models, projects, and the memory system. How custom skills work, connectors and third-party integrations, and finally putting it all together as your personal digital coworker. Let's get into it. Section 1. The new era of AI chatbots. Let's set the stage and establish our baseline understanding. Now, what's really fascinating here is the stark contrast in foundational technology. When you look at the market right now, you've got platforms like ChatGPT, right? Super creative, highly flexible, but it definitely tends to hallucinate facts every now and then. Then you've got Gemini, which leans heavily into its own Google Workspace ecosystem. But Claude, which is built by Anthropic, takes a totally different technological approach. Its core architecture is laser-focused on strong reasoning, highly structured outputs, and safety. It features a massive context window, so it can process incredibly long documents without losing the thread, which is a huge deal. It rarely hallucinates. If it doesn't know something, the underlying model is literally designed to not just blindly guess. It gives you reliable, grounded outputs that you can actually deploy in a real professional setting without sweating it. And honestly, that brilliantly illustrates our core theme for this explainer. We're not just looking at a basic conversational interface where you ask a question, get a paragraph back, and call it a day. No, this underlying technology is designed as a complete ecosystem. It's built to perform autonomous tasks, from executing code in real time to formatting massive, complex data reports. And hey, best of all, it's not going to drink the last of the office coffee, right? Moving right along to Section 2, Claude's core models. Time to unpack the cognitive brains behind the operation. So Claude doesn't just have one single brain. It dynamically utilizes different models based on whatever computational horsepower you actually need. First up is Haiku. This is your fast, highly efficient model. Think of it for your quick, simple daily chatting tasks where you just need speed over deep philosophical analysis. Then you've got Sonnet, which is the balanced powerhouse. And what's really fascinating about Sonnet is its extended thinking capability. It can process longer context windows and deliver incredibly structured, formatted text like Markdown scripts flawlessly. And finally, there's Opus. Opus is the heavy lifter of the group. It is the most powerful model in the suite, pulling maximum computational tokens to handle complex reasoning, deep logic, and advanced multi-step problem solving. It's the big guns. So the absolutely crucial point here is that efficiency with this technology starts right at this layer. Look, if you throw a massive, complex coding problem at Haiku, it's probably going to struggle. On the flip side, if you ask Opus to write a 2-word email response, well, you're just wasting computational power. Matching the right cognitive model to the exact complexity of your workflow, that is step 1 of truly mastering this tech. All right, on to Section 3, Projects and Memory System. This is all about building institutional knowledge. Now, if you've ever used AI for work, you know the absolute frustration of having to explain exactly who you are, what your brand voice is, and what your company does every single time you open a new chat window. It's exhausting. Well, the memory system fundamentally changes this. By accessing the system settings, you can actually inject permanent context right into the AI's core instructions. You can literally tell it, hey, I work in marketing for this specific tech brand, here are our core values, and this is our preferred tone. The AI then retains that overarching context globally. It personalizes every future output without you ever having to repeat yourself again. A real game changer. Building directly on that, we have something called projects. So while memory is global, projects are essentially containerized workspaces. Let's say you're launching a new product. You can create a project and upload your brand guidelines, past promotional materials, technical specs, all directly into it. Then, when you prompt the AI within that specific project, the LLM processes your request strictly through the lens of those uploaded documents. This ensures the AI's outputs are grounded entirely in your proprietary, contextual data. It minimizes errors and keeps the AI strictly on topic, locked inside its own containerized workspace. Okay, Section 4, How Custom Skills Work. Let's talk about giving the AI some specialized training. This brings us to custom skills. Think of a skill as a custom operational template. Instead of just kind of hoping the AI writes a good social media post, a skill literally forces the AI to process information and generate outputs in a strictly defined architectural manner. You are effectively hard-coding a specific workflow, whether that's a standardized formatting rule for code generation or maybe an exact hook body call to action structure for your video scripts. It follows your rules perfectly. So how does this actually work under the hood? It's a pretty clean 3-step technical workflow. First, you engineer the exact instructions and rules you want the AI to follow. Second, and honestly, this is the critical part, you format and save those instructions as a .md or markdown file. The system heavily relies on markdown architecture to parse these rules cleanly. Finally, you just upload this file straight into the platform's skill library. From then on, you literally just type a / in your chat window, select your custom skill, and boom, the AI instantly adopts that exact operational framework. And this next part just brilliantly illustrates the platform's depth. It actually features a meta skill. Yep, by default, the platform includes a skill creator. You can literally ask the AI, hey, I need a skill that creates high-converting digital marketing scripts. And the AI will automatically generate the perfectly formatted markdown instructions required to build that new AI skill. It's essentially an ecosystem writing its own specialized programming. It's slightly sci-fi, I know, but absolutely incredibly useful. Section 5, Connectors. Time to explore third-party integration. So here's a big question for you. Can Claude actually send emails itself? The short answer, yes, absolutely. And it does it through connectors. Connectors are essentially API bridges. They link the AI directly to the third-party tools you already use. For example, you can connect it to your Gmail. You can literally ask it, what's my latest important email? And it will fetch it for you in real time. You can connect it to Canva, give it a topic, and it'll generate an external link that instantly opens a nicely formatted presentation design. It also connects to Airtable for managing complex databases, Notion for syncing your documents, and even tools like NNN or MC servers for those really complex multi-step system automations. Basically, it executes tasks exactly where you actually do your work. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Handing an AI the keys to your email, that naturally raises some major technical and security questions. Like, how is this even safe? Well, connectors operate on strict scoped permissions. When you integrate Gmail, for instance, you aren't just blindly giving the AI full control to hijack your entire account. No way. You grant it very specific API scopes, like permission to strictly view incoming messages and draft responses, nothing else. It is mathematically confined to only the strict permissions necessary to perform its integrated tasks. This keeps your overarching data totally secure while still allowing for that awesome autonomous execution. All right, final section, section 6, your personal digital coworker. Let's bring all of this together. Notice how perfectly this entire technological stack maps to a real-world employee. You've got the core models acting as the brain, dynamically scaling intelligence based on the task at hand. You've got memory and projects acting as the institutional knowledge, so the system just inherently understands your specific business context. Then you've got custom skills acting as specialized, highly targeted professional training, forcing standardized outputs. And finally, you have connectors acting as the hands, allowing the AI to actually reach into your existing software tools and execute the work. It is a complete, fully functioning system. Which leaves us with the ultimate question. We've decoded the stack, we understand the technical mechanisms, from memory routing all the way down to scoped API connectors. The technology is absolutely here, and it operates autonomously. So how will you integrate this digital coworker into your daily workflow to automate your own professional life? Think about that as you look at your to-do list tomorrow morning. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.